Alright, so a step-by-step on how to gear up a badass nuker in Raid Shadow Legends, man. Starting off with stat priorities. Stat priorities go as follows. Number 1 is 100% crit chance. This is like the most important thing. 100% crit rate is just going to ensure that you're getting max value from your crit damage on your nukers. Coming in at number 2 is also crit damage itself. Very, very key stat. Number 3, we've got primary stat percentage. What does that mean? Well, it means what does your nuker scale from, right? Scorer at the half spawn, who we're going to be gearing up today, is an attack-based legendary, and therefore attack percentage is going to be his third most important stat. But of course, this could be defense percentage or HP percentage, just depending on what your champ scales from. And then the final 2 stats, we're going to be working off of minimums, and these are speed and accuracy, right? If your nuker needs accuracy, then 250 accuracy is a good goal to aim for. That will cover you through most difficulties of Hydra and all of the higher stages of the normal mode dungeons. And as for speed, you're looking at least 170 speed. If you're using a champ in a longer game mode like Hydra, you might want to aim for a little bit more speed. You might have the cutoff at something like 180 as a minimum to aim for. But I'd consider 170 speed to be like the absolute bare minimum that is tolerable for most nukers in Raid, right? Ideally faster, of course. More speed is always good. Alright, man, before we get into the first and most important step for gearing up your OP nuker, remember that if you're looking to start off a new Raid account, a new alt account, or something like that, then do so by using my promo link down below. At the top of the video description, hit that link. As long as you are signed out of Plarium Player and you create a new account using that promo link, you'll get your hands on 2 free epic champions, including Tagore and Rectidrath. Once your account hits level 25, one of the best beginner promo links going, and everybody who uses that does help to support the channel a crap load. Okay, man, back to score it. And alright, man, the very first thing you want to do is sort out your gloves and chest pieces. Why? These 2 pieces require the most specific stats, namely their primary stats. It's very, very important that you get these right first, and then build the rest of the gear set around the chest and gloves. So we're going to start off with the gloves. We're going to click on the gloves here, go into filter, hit the gloves, and then we are going to be looking for primary stat crit damage, just best nuker primary stat, and then we're going to look for crit rate as the substat as well, because trying to hit crit rate at 100% clip is, of course, priority number 1. Okay, so we've got some decent sets here that we could use. In terms of nuker sets, crit damage and Slayer are both looking very, very good indeed. To be honest, I'm leaning towards Slayer because I've already upgraded this piece anyway, and it's already got a roll into crit rate. It's also 6 stars, and so it's got a higher crit damage cap, where we to take this up to rank 16, which we're probably going to do in this video. And instead of equipping these gloves, of course, I'm going to go ahead and hit the fitting room button and just try these gloves on. That way, yeah, the rolls can't go really badly, then we have to waste like 500,000 silver pulling items off the champ, right? Just make sure that you're using the fitting room button. And so that is the gloves sorted. Now for the chest, we're going to go ahead switching over to chest pieces over here. And then the primary stat, we're looking for attack percentage and crit rate. Ideally, crit rate would be really, really nice to hit some crit rate on these pieces, because of course we're trying to hit 100% crit rate without having crit rate as the primary stat on gloves. Ideally, if you're super early game, you might have to do that, and that's not the biggest deal. Okay, so we've got some Savage piece here. It's only a blue piece, gives crit rate and crit damage, which could be pretty good. Savage is one of the best nuker sets in the game. We also have a Relentless piece right here. I wouldn't want to go a full Relentless set, I don't think, on Scored, but the stats on this are potentially very, very good with crit rate and speed. We're going to need a little bit of speed in the mix as well, and so we could consider these. For now, I'll go ahead and throw on the Savage piece, but I'm going to keep this Relentless piece in mind. Okay, and so we're off to a decent enough start. It's a couple of blue pieces right now, which is not completely ideal, but next piece we're going to sort out is going to be the boots. So we're just kind of working our way now from the hardest pieces to find to the easiest, and the boots are kind of somewhere in the middle. If you can, when it comes to boots on your nuker, it's a really, really good idea if, oh, we already checked on attack percent. If you can slam some attack percentage, ooh, the stat rolls on this suck though. If you can get attack percentage boots on your nuker and get like a couple of speed rolls as a substat, that's great. That's awesome, right? Again, for speed, 170 at an absolute minimum, for me at least. That's a little bit down to opinion, but 180 speed if you can would also be great. But yeah, with a single speed roll in these boots, it's probably not... I mean, it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking great. I'm just going to switch the substat roll over onto speed and to see if we have anything else to work with. And it looks like we just don't. I don't want 5-star protection boots. Although they do have a bonus speed roll here. Maybe these could work. Maybe these are worth rolling up. But I'm going to leave those for now. I'm going to give up on the attack percentage boots. If you're kind of like early and mid game, it's going to be tough to make attack percentage boots work on your nukers, to be honest, especially if it's a nuker like Scored, who also requires accuracy too, and is quite stat hungry in that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and just concede defeat and just go for primary stat speed boots. And would you look at that, we actually have some crit damage speed boots just sort of lying around that add triple roll accuracy as well. We do have some other options to pick and choose from. If I sort by crit rate, it will narrow things down just a little bit. And so speed boosts with crit rate and attack percentage would be good to shoot for as well. But I'm liking the look of these crit damage boots, man. Triple roll accuracy on these, they're just kind of loose as well. They're not equipped on anybody at present, which is great. So we might as well go ahead and slam these on. So, okay, if we can find, I guess the Slayer piece is, the Savage piece is going to be pretty tough to make work now. But what we've done here is basically just, oh, for God's sake, if I didn't close it. Okay, there we go, we're back. What I'm trying to say is what we've established here is just a baseline to kind of work around, and we can switch some of these pieces out, with our quest being to hit 100% crit rate, which is all we're looking to do now with the weapon, the headpiece, and the shield. These are generally, again, the easier pieces to find because you don't have to worry about the primary stat. We're just looking for high crit rate rolls on these pieces and see if we can get as close to 95% crit rate as possible. That's because you get an extra 5% crit rate from farming up your masteries on a nuker as well. So you actually only need to hit 95%, and then the extra 5% will come from masteries. So let me have a mess around with that. Okay, and this is what we have ended up with so far. So we went with an additional Slayer weapon that has accuracy and crit rate, because again, Scored does also need, ideally, that 250 minimum accuracy and beyond, if possible. Of course, we also went for a second crit damage helmet, so we get the 2 set from the helmet. A little bit of crit rate here. The stats on this are not ideal, but I think it's worth it to get that extra 20% crit damage on the 2 set, and the crit rate is just nice. The Feral Shield over here, which is just a 1-piece set, giving us 40 accuracy. It double rolled into crit rate, bit of speed, single crit damage roll. Not bad, okay? Pretty damn good as an offset piece. The only odd piece out right now, I guess, is going to be this Savage chestplate, and so I think I'm going to go ahead. And we're also at 99% crit rate, by the way, so actually a little bit overcapped, right? Once we get masteries at the top of this, we're going to have 104%, which is not great. I'm going to see if we can take this Relentless chest piece that we found a little bit earlier on. This is the one. And just see if we can get one crit roll into this. And that should get us to a very, very good place. I'm just going to go ahead and try this on. And so, yeah, we're at 91% crit rate right now. We just need one crit roll into this. Then I think I'm fine to use this Relentless chest piece. It's just like a one-off. It's like a piece of offset, you know? Okay, so let's see where these rolls go. Hopefully none of them go into resistance. That would just suck quite a bit. We're going to speed. That's fine. That's great. Double speed. Okay. I mean, even if I end up not using this chest piece on Scored, to be honest, it's still just a really, really good piece to have in the bag if it triple speed rolls. So, okay, I mean, that's great, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for use on Scored, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to go ahead and probably switch back to that Savage chest piece that we were looking at a bit earlier. Unless I could maybe find a helmet that has a little bit more crit rate and we could still use this, because this is great, man. Triple speed roll, attack percentage, 6-star. Man, like, this is a really, really good chest piece, even as an off piece, man. So if we can find use for this, that'd be great. I wonder if we can find a helmet that has a decent amount of crit rate for us somewhere in here. And this is why you want to be doing these kind of upgrades on your champs during artifact enhancement events, because we're going to be taking up random headpieces here and just seeing where the stat rolls go. It goes double crit damage here. Okay, I'm not going to take that any further because we needed 2 rolls into crit rate. I'm just looking for a piece that gives about 17% crit rate. It might take us a little while to sort of pick our way through these pieces and see what we can see. This could be a really, really good piece right here. I'm going to roll this on up to 8. And we're just going to go digging, man, for potentially just some very, very good crit rate rolls. There's a double roll into crit rate. Okay, this could well be the piece right here. Attack percentage is great. The crit rate is good. let's go ahead and, I guess, slam this on. Except then we'd totally be losing the crit damage set bonus as well. I got a bit too excited there, but I got a bit too carried away, ranking things up. If this thing triple rolls into crit, then this is crit damage. Oh my god, it actually does. Okay, that's just stupendous. This actually just has way better stats for a nuker anyway than the headgear that we currently have equipped, which is given HP and defense percentage. So we're going to go ahead and slam this headpiece on. Jobs are good. Okay, 98% crit rate will be a little bit overcapped this way, but you know what? It's fine. I think that those stats are in a pretty good place. Okay, very good. Next up, it is time for accessories. Now, if you have an accuracy-based nuker, you might actually want to take care of your accessories a little bit before you take care of the weapon, headpiece, and the shield. So maybe I haven't done this in the optimal order, but using your accessories is a great way to sort of pre-plan and just make sure that you've got a good amount of accuracy. You can get a lot of accuracy from amulets and from banners, and so that's something to be aware of. Me, I've actually got these planned out already in the preset manager, so I'm going to go ahead and slam these on. I'm using mostly pinpoint pieces because, yeah, I think pinpoint is amazing for the free accuracy spikes that it gives you. And there they are, looking lovely jubbly. Slam those on, and we might honestly just be a little bit overcapped at this point as well on accuracy, because we haven't even upgraded this banner at all just yet. But yeah, just to run through these a little bit, the banner, of course, you might want to go into accuracy if you are running an accuracy-based nuker. You might need the accuracy on the banner. If you can go into attack and just like attack percentage and speed on the banner, like an attack primary banner, and get away with it and still hit your accuracy requirements, that's perfect. That's awesome. That's ideal. That's going to be an option that's open to you as you progress from mid game into sort of late game, and you've got a much more filled out and awesome artifact inventory going. But there you go. I think we're probably going to be running with accuracy on ours. For the amulet, we're of course going to be going into crit damage as the primary stat here. I am hoping for some accuracy rolls as well as a secondary stat for Scorid, but ideally attack, accuracy with crit damage as a primary stat is what we're going to be looking for here. And the ring, you can go defense or attack on your ring, to be honest. Rings, it's nice and easy to switch the rings out because they're not giving any big key stats like crit damage or like accuracy or like critical strike chance, And so if you find that your nuker is dying a bit too easy against Hydra and they're just dying all the time, you can switch into a defense ring, and that's fine. I think Scorid's going to need it. So I'm probably going to roll this one up. But if they're also surviving a little bit better than you expected, you might just want to switch into an attack ring. If you're using a nuker in PvP, mostly in Arena, you probably want to go attack ring anyway because, I mean, you just want to one-shot everything, right? It's the nuker's job in PvP to have a very quick fight most of the time. To be honest, looking at it now, we've got so many pinpoint pieces that I think I'm going to be way overcapped on accuracy by the time I've rolled up this banner. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and switch out this 5-star crit damage amulet for just a basic kind of bog standard. There it is. This is probably the one, right? Epic quality 6-star crit damage amulet. This amulet's probably better, actually. The blue one is probably better because it gives accuracy and attack, whereas the epic one is just giving, what, defense, resistance, and a bit of health. So the stats just make a lot more sense on this amulet right here. Let's go ahead and I guess just roll it up to 8. Doesn't really matter where these go. I mean, they go into double accuracy, so it's kind of like the perfect amulet for Scorid, to be honest. And in fact, do I just take this up to 6-star just because it's 40%? I think I probably do. It's going to be quite expensive. Normally, I wouldn't even recommend maxing out basic accessories like this anymore, to be honest, now that pinpoint is so easily accessible. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and crank it anyway for the sake of the artifact enhancement event, goddammit. So let's go ahead and try this on, and I think that that's going to put us in a place where we are pretty good to go. We're going to roll up all of this gear now. Let's see where these stat rolls go. A good mix would be nice. Lovely. Okay, bit more attack percentage, all that good stuff. Don't think I need to take this all the way up to max. Be quite expensive to do so. It goes into flat attack, which is actually pretty good for us. And yeah, that's going to finish us up at like 280 accuracy, which is pretty solid, all things considered. The ring, I guess I'm just hoping that stats don't roll into flat HP, else we might rethink a little bit. I think that that's fine, to be honest. I just want Scorid to be able to actually take a smack. The last roll does go into attack percent, which is fine. I'd probably leave that at rank 12 as well. And then because it is artifact enhancement time anyway, let's go ahead and crank up these other gear pieces too and just see where these stats land. We go into flat attack on the chest. Not great. not terrible, I guess. We've also got crit damage over here on these gauntlets. Definitely going to max these up. It's going to boost his crit damage to all new heights. Looking very, very good. Also, the weapon. I guess we just take this up as well. I mean, it's a 6-star. It's a Slayer piece. Goes into health percentage, which is just fine. And, as for the headpiece, we actually going to take this up. It is a triple crit rate roll. I mean, I'm probably going to be using this for a long time, right? We still got attack percentage and crit damage that we could roll into. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and rank it up, man. Why the hell not, right? And of course it goes into bloody resistance, man. I always roll into bloody resistance for my last stat, you know? And okay, I think that that is pretty much a job well done, man. We actually finished off being very, very fast indeed for such a heavy-hitting nuker. Now, not gonna lie, I think I totally screwed up with the ring. I probably shouldn't have rolled this up at all. When we have a legendary ring just sitting here, gives HP, potentially a lot of defensive stats right here as well. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and roll this up, even though I wasted silver already upgrading the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw stats into this. Goes into attack percent. I guess we take it up to 12. Oh, wow. Okay, then we got defense. Oh, my God. Okay, I think I'm going to max this up and probably use this as the ring, man. Because it's already giving, like, better attack and defense and health than the ring we just upgraded. That's just a big mistake for me for wasting time rolling up the other pinpoint ring. But you know what? We're doing this live. Mistakes are going to happen. It just is what it is. Let's go ahead and crank this up, man. Double flat attack is not great. It was a bit of a 50-50 there as to whether it would go into the percentage stats or not. But you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and toss this on. And with that, I believe Scorid is built up. 202 speed is almost a little bit overkill. But then again, he's a hydra damage dealer. A good amount of speed is never going to be a bad thing. If I had the choice to drop like 15 or 20 speed from Scorid and throw that into like 700, 800, 900 more attack and get like some really, really good attack rolls going, I think that would be ideal. I think that would be totally fine as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and equip this guy, and I'll be reporting back to y'all in the days and weeks to come as to how he's doing in Hydra. Was he worth building out? How is this build working out for him? And yeah, let's see what kind of damage numbers he can do, man. What's especially nice about this is that if Scorid is struggling to live, we of course have defense percentage on the ring, on the gloves, and on the shield as well. And I think there might be some other places too, but not sure. What I'm saying is we have some options of where we can throw some key glyphs into Scorid as well, just to further boost up his attack, but also most importantly boost up his defense if that is required for him to survive in Hydra as well. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy this one, and it helped you build out some of your kind of trickier nukers, such as accuracy nukers, like Scorid. And if it's all just too overwhelming, and you're looking for a fresh start, then why not start a new raid account using my promo link down below at the top of the video description to get your hands on 2 free epic champions, 1 upon sign up, and 1 Rector Drath as soon as your account hits level 25. Best beginner promo link going, man. Share it with your friends. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.